Hello everyone, this is Annabella. Today's reading is going to be a quick look into Lisa and Frédéric's current relationship energy. I've been on the fence about whether or not to block the comment section for this reading, just because I know some fans have very strong opinions about this couple. But for now, I'll leave it open and see how things go. That said, please remember, this is just a tarot reading. Take everything with a grain of salt and try to stay logical. I don't know them personally. I'm simply interpreting the energy that comes through the cards as best as I can. I'm not claiming to be 100% accurate. I'm doing my best to keep things grounded and logical. If you don't agree, please move on. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the first card. We have here the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles usually represents a young individual who's focused on building, whether that's creating more money, gaining resources, or developing something practical with what they currently have. There's ambition here, a desire to grow materially. But on the flip side, this person might also become a little too focused on money or the material side of life. It can point to an immature relationship with finances, someone who wants that fancy lifestyle, who wants to be taken care of, who wants it all, but sometimes forget to check in with their actual feelings. Then we have the Magician, a major arcana card, so its energy is strong and significant. With the Magician showing up here, I get the sense that from the outside, Lisa and Frédéric's relationship looks amazing. It looks beautiful. This is what they want to show the world, that they have it all. Just like the Magician displays his tools on the table, they're putting forward a picture of emotional connection, passion, financial stability, intelligence, like they're the perfect match. But I always feel a bit cautious when I see the Magician. Sometimes this card can represent someone who's not showing their full, authentic self. And honestly, that's what I feel might be happening with this relationship. In previous readings I've done for them, the energy has felt a little unclear or conflicted, and I used to think maybe I wasn't reading the cards well or explaining things properly. But seeing the Magician now makes it click. What we see on the outside might not reflect what's actually going on between them. Yes, they're together. That's obvious at this point, but maybe the energy I've been picking up was more about their truth, their deeper emotional state, or the dynamic that's hidden behind the scene. The next card is the Eight of Cups. Visually, it shows someone walking away, turning their back on the cups. In a relationship reading, this can sometimes represent a partner or loved one who is emotionally or even physically walking away. It just makes me wonder if their relationship is truly as beautiful and strong as it appears on the outside, then why have I never been able to pull warm, emotionally fulfilling cards for them? Aside from the very first reading I ever did, which clearly showed that Frédéric was very interested in Lisa, everything since then has felt conflicted. I'm really just trying to stay logical here and make sense of why the energy keeps showing up this way. I want them to be happy. There's absolutely no reason for me to wish otherwise. But with the Eight of Cups, I can't help but feel like there's some emotional distance building up. Then we have the Five of Cups. Again, a very depressing cups card. I feel like there's not much to say about this card because we don't really know their actual situation, as on the outside everything looks perfect. The only thing that could potentially be the cause of this sadness is the Eight of Cups, that emotionally distancing energy. Now, of course, this is a current relationship energy. If at this moment there is a situation between them where they feel distant or something, these cards might pick it up, and things can still change in the future depending on if they are able to resolve these negative energies or not. Lastly, we have the Seven of Cups. I always wanted to let you guys see how my cards fly when I shuffle, but most of the time they end up on the ground. This was one of those rare times where it actually landed perfectly on the table. Now, with another meh cups card, I really don't know. This card sometimes talk about procrastination, having too many choices, or your head being up in the clouds. With this kind of energy, you're not always making the best decisions because everything feels so uncertain. Now, because the main energy here is still the magician, if they do decide to get married, I say it's absolutely still possible. It seems to me like the other elements like pentacles, maybe even wands and swords might be in alignment. The only shortcoming here is their cup energy, but at the end of the day, that's their business if they believe the other elements are more important and stronger, they can and probably will stay together. All I hope is that it's a good decision for them and that things work out one way or another. At the end of the day, they should do what makes them happy. Anyways, that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for listening. If you're interested in a reading from me, check out the description below for my contact info or visit my Etsy store. Feel free to leave your requests in the comments. I do read them, and I definitely consider doing request readings. Of course, if you're super interested in your favorite celebrity and want a reading now, it's still best to book one directly. Lastly, a gentle reminder, I'm simply interpreting the energy from the cards. I don't claim to be 100% accurate. So always stay grounded and take what resonates. Thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.